Great Monday morning, everyone. How are you doing? I hope and pray that you all had an amazing resurrection weekend, relaxing, full of food, family, and fellowship. Okay. I just want to remind you that tonight we will not be having our radio show, Marriage Mondays with the Kings. Y'all know when people are off, baby, we're off. Just like everyone else need that rest and relaxation, we try to get ours in as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into today's topic. Let's talk about that wedding ring. Okay, let's talk about that wedding ring. I'm going to start off because I put a post on our Marriage Mondays with the Kings Facebook page. And I think it says something like, do you wear your wedding ring 24/7 or something like that? Asking the husbands and the wives. Now, when it comes to the wedding rings, I'm going to ask you, if you are married, is it important to you? Is it something of importance? Hey, Dalisha. Hey Gina, how you doing? Is it something of importance when it comes to your wedding ring? For those of you who are single and you desire to be married, do you desire, how important would the wedding ring be to you? Now, if we can be honest, we take a lot of time, we spend a lot of money on our wedding ring, but why? Just why? Why is it so important to you? I'm going to go ahead and use an example and make it plain, if we will right now. I'm going to go ahead and make it plain. So when I think about my wedding ring that I wear, I think about the covenant and the promise that, me and my husband made to each other before God in front of the church. A lot of people got married in the church. A lot did not. So when we first got married, we got married in a courthouse in Germany. It was beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It was different from what I've seen in the United States. And it was really beautiful. Hey, Paula Jean. But when we renewed our vows, it was very important for us to get married in the church because we were both raised in the church. So we renewed our vows in the church. However, when it comes to this ring, let me just go here. I remember back in the day, when a person didn't wear their wedding ring, what it signified is trying to be single, right? Now, you remember back in the day when somebody would try to holler at you, let's keep it real, on a Monday morning, yes, God. When someone would try to holler at you, the first thing that you would do is look down to see if they got a ring on their finger, right? And then if they don't have a ring on their finger, the second thing you would do was look down to see if they had that little sun mark that a ring was supposed to be on their finger. Because you had a lot of married folks, if we could keep it real, back in the day when they was trying to holler, whether it be male or female, that they would take their wedding ring off, they would slide it in their pocket, and then they would go ahead and act like they were single for a season or whatnot. Do you find yourself, husbands and wives, when you get upset with each other, you're arguing, whatever the case may be, that you take your wedding ring off? I know women who have taken their wedding ring off and they threw it at their husband in the midst of an argument. Why? First of all, let me ask this. What did that accomplish in you taking off your wedding ring? Ooh, you big and you bad? Oh yeah, Shannon's getting in on it today. You big and you bad? I mean, what does that accomplish? Because see, we do not understand the significance. Now, in different countries, wedding rings mean different things. You see what I'm saying? But I know for me, and I'm going to break it down. I don't know how y'all feel. Drop y'all's good old golden nuggets, y'all's comments for those of you who are married. Some of y'all who are married, you say, hey, having a wedding band on, that ain't, a big thing to me or whatever. Hey, to each his own. Whatever you do. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. But when I think about me and my husband exchanging our wedding rings on our wedding day, when I would even get in an argument and get upset with my husband, I would have to look down at my ring. I would look down at my ring and I would go back to that wedding day and the promises and the things that I said before God. You see what I'm saying? Some of us put more value in our wedding ring than we put in our marriage. Oh yes, Shan is bringing it on today. Really? Oh, I heard, wives, I ain't trying to call you out. Oh, he better upgrade my ring. I done had his kids. I done been with him so long, but are you upgrading your marriage, boo? Did Shan say that? Good morning, Wendy. Are you taking the time to upgrade your marriage? Are you sowing as much into your marriage to ensure that it's a success than the thousands of dollars that you can't afford to put in that wedding band? So if you're married, why don't you wear a wedding ring? Let me just ask that question. And the only reason why I love how God allowed me and my husband to go through different things, and then I can go ahead and speak about it. My husband, he probably gonna kill me because but he just lost his wedding ring, and he's distraught about it. You heard me? He just told me this morning, baby, oh my God, I cannot stand this. He said, because, and we've looked everywhere for his wedding band, but he said, I can't stand this because it make me feel like I'm walking around naked. It makes me feel like I'm walking around with no clothes on. And so it bothers him so much because the love that he had for me, he don't want to misrepresent out in the community and mugs. Because what's the first thing messy people say when they see somebody with no wedding ring on? Oh, he must really don't love his wife. Oh, the kings must be that good, must not be that good after all, because you know he ain't got his wedding ring on, girl. Did you notice that? That's the first thing messy folks say. And y'all know y'all see it. Y'all better quit playing and act like y'all don't know. I don't say that. You's a lie and the truth ain't in you. When someone doesn't wear their wedding ring, come on now, it's about 10 of y'all on here now. When someone doesn't wear their wedding ring, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Now, my husband, when he was in the military, used to be in a job, a MOS. That's what we called it in the Army. But a job to where he could not wear his wedding ring according to regulation because he was a fueler and he dealt with fuel and fuel tanks and all this other kind of stuff. But that brother was like, I'm still going to wear a simple band because that's just how important it was to him. And the times that he couldn't wear his wedding ring, he would take it and put it on his dog tags if he was out in the field or whatever. But soon as they would come back out the field, boom, he would put it on. What is the first thing that you think? First thing that you think when you see someone without their wedding ring on. So going back to the covenant. Now, it may be different here in the United States than it is in different countries. Here in the United States, more value is placed on the wedding ring. More value is placed on the diamond and different things like that. That's why I always tell my husband, he always messes with me. We hit 20 years, I'm upgrade your ring. We hit 25. Now, I'm a tomboy at heart, so I don't need all that stuff. That's just me. You husbands, you do what your wife like and vice versa. That's y'all. Y'all ain't got to be like the kings. But I know for me, no. Especially when I heard about the history and I studied the history. There are two histories when it comes to the diamond and the ring, but this ain't a history lesson on today. Today, what I'm talking about is why is it that people do not wear their wedding ring when they're married? Back in the day, it used to be because you wanted everybody to think that you were single. And oh, the lies would come with it. Oh yeah, me and him about to get a divorce. That's why I don't wear my ring. Oh yeah, my wife kicked me out. Dudes just straight up lying, and that ain't even the case. That's why I don't wear my ring. Or whatever the case may be. But for those of us that believe in the Most High God, those of us who went, I don't care if you was in the courthouse, I don't care if you was in front of the church, in the church house, who went before God, what does that signify for you? Now, I've seen some people, they get the little tattoos right there instead of getting a ring, whatever. But what does that signify for you when it comes to your ring? And why do we place more value in the ring and the rock and how big it is than we do in our marriage? Do you realize how many people will go and they'll go into debt, $25, $30, $40, $50,000 on a ring, but you ain't even invested in premarital counseling. And then your marriage don't last probably a good 6 months, a year, some 30 days because you annul it. And then what are you doing with this $20, $30, $40,000 in debt? So why is it that the world has made us think that we have to put more value in things that are actually less value than the things that are more valuable to us? I know it's Monday morning. You have to play that back, and it'll make more sense when you play it back. But let's talk about this ring. What is the issue? Hey, watching it, what is the issue? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I know my husband. I know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he perfect. I'm not perfect as well, but I know my husband. I can't see my husband being the one out there where he's flirting with people. He's doing all the things and, you know, he taking his ring off and sliding it in his pocket. And see, that's what I like about good friends, because they'll ask, can you wear your ring at Shan? Where your ring at? You know what I'm saying? I ain't just saying they don't play about that. But this is what I guess I don't understand, bottom line. And I'm not trying to get in anybody's business. I'm just, trying to make us think at a deeper level. Why is it that you would get the marriage license. You would get premarital counseling for those of you who have had premarital counseling. You would spend all this money on this wedding. You would get the big dress. You do all these things. But then when you in the marriage, you don't wear your wedding ring. So is it because I want people to think that I'm single? Is it because I want people to think that I'm free? Here in the United States versus different countries, yes, the wedding ring signifies a lot. It signifies I'm taken. You know what I'm saying? And me being in a marriage with my husband that hasn't always been perfect, I don't mind saying that I'm taken. I don't mind saying that I'm his wife. He's not controlling me. He don't mind telling people that he's married. So why would you want to be married? You go through all these things, but then you want to display a single lifestyle. You want to make it why? Like, I don't understand. Do you not take pride in your marriage? Ladies, do you not take pride in your marriage like you do the size of that ring that you got on, the diamonds that you got on your finger? Like, what is it? You get into so many arguments in your marriage, and then you set up here and what? It's like a slap in your face. It's no longer a covenant. Because see, this is what I think. When my husband at that altar put this ring on my finger, and he said all those amazing words that he said, and he vowed before God, and we had the traditional to love and protect, and, you know, sickness and health, and we threw that all up in there. We remixed that into our vows. When he put that ring on my finger, to me, that was like sealing a covenant. Not only to me saying that he will be the best husband he can be, and me saying the same thing to him, but that was sealing a covenant before God, saying, God, I'm going to do the best that I can in this marriage. I'm going to do the best that I can to honor your word, what you say in the Bible, the scriptures in regard to my marriage. You know, I didn't know how to be a wife, but I made a promise my husband I would do the best that I can. So to me, that's like sealing a covenant. Back in the day, what people used to do is they would have blood covenants. Your word was your bond. They would slice the inside of their hands and they would shake on it. That blood would intermingle. You became family. It was a covenant. I got you and you got. This is a covenant for us. You know, like I said, different countries do different things and everything like that. So to each his own. But I don't understand. And I'm not trying to be messy on a Monday morning. I just don't understand. How can you vow your heart to your husband or your wife and you seal it with a ring, and the ring is infinite, because the circle, you can't tell where it begin, you can't tell where it ends. It's infinite. You see what I'm saying? Even the pastor get up there and say some amazing words when it comes to your ring. So why is it the first time you get into an argument with your spouse, the first thing you do is you take it off, you throwing it. You take it off and you putting it on the dresser. Oh, is it because you trying to punk and intimidate? Oh, they mean business now. They took their ring off. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? What is it? I don't get it. Are you saying, God, I'm done? Because see, we have to understand, when we vow what we vow, whether it be in the courtroom or in front of the church, we didn't only vow to our husband and our wives. When it comes to our marriage, we vow to God. So are you, oh God, I take it back. Oh God, yeah, I take back what I said. I don't love my husband. I don't love my wife. So yeah, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make it seem like, no, the devil is a lie, baby. I don't know about y'all, but, and I take my ring off at night. I take my ring off when I cook. You know what I'm saying? But before I leave the house, just like I got my cell phone, baby, if you can remember your cell phone, you can remember your ring. I'm not trying to be messy. And baby, don't let me get down the street by the good old corner store, Walmart, honey. Baby, I done did a U-turn so quick. My husband had called me at times and said, baby, I left my ring and he's at work. I'm on my way to come back to get it. So what is important? What does the significance of your wedding ring means to you? What does the significance of your marriage mean to you? And also, what does the significance to the vow that you made before God? God, I'm going to love this woman. I'm going to protect. Hey, Tashoni, you know, what does that mean? Because I'm here to tell you right now, when I see somebody that I know they married, and I don't be trying to judge anybody, because, you know, ain't no telling what the husband and wife agreed on. You know, people fall on hard times. Maybe it was so hard that they had to pawn their wedding ring. I mean, we never know people's situation and circumstances. But I know I can't stand to see a married individual and yeah, I love my marriage, ha ha ha. You doing all this stuff, and then you turn around, and in the next breath, you got somebody all up in your face like this. Now, I'm telling you, I used to be that one. I roll up on people. Excuse me, boo. Hey, how you doing? My name is Shan. I need you to step back. What you doing in his face? What you doing in her face? I mean, I used to be that chick. I come straight, because this ain't looking right. And then once I dismiss, you know, usually it was like the people I call my brothers and stuff. Once I dismiss that bride, I turn to him and say, what are you doing? You know, doggone good and well, your wife was crazy. She been and snatched a whole hole in your throat. What are you doing? Why you out here acting like you single? That's just like me when it come to kids. I love kids, I do, but I be the kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm that one. Don't let me see them disrespecting the adult around me, because, baby, I'm going to snatch them up, then I deal with you. That's the same thing when I see somebody that's married, especially when I call you my brother or my sister. Girl, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Why you out here disrespecting your husband in these streets like that? Put your doggone wedding ring right back on your finger, and you better go on about your business. Don't let me see it again, because, baby, we going to call a meeting. That's how serious I am about marriage. I don't know about y'all, but see, we done got to a place in the world nowadays that we don't hold each other accountable, because, oh, you all up in my business. You don't know what's going on. If I call you my sister, my brother, baby, you best believe I'm going to be standing in the gap, because that's what we do as Christians, right? We're supposed to pray. We're supposed to intercede for each other on their behalf. Even if we don't know what they going through, we're supposed to be standing in the gap. So why am I not standing in the gap for my brother or sister that's not present? Huh? I'm just saying. I don't know what's going on. But, baby, after I done called that thing out, then I'm going to be praying and I'm going to intercede for that marriage. See, we done got to the place where we don't have our brother, our sister back anymore. And I ain't trying to get in nobody's business or whatever. I ain't even got to know what's going on in your house. But I know it don't look right out here in these streets. And that's not going to help your home situation. Why don't we put more effort into our marriage than, like I said, the value we do of our wedding ring? I don't know who going through this on this morning, but I know for me, I lose a lot of respect for people that you set up here and you married when your marriage benefits you, when your marriage help you look good. Your marriage help you look good in front of everybody else. Then that's when you want to talk about marriage. Marriage is not something for you to benefit off of. Marriage is a covenant that you made to your husband and your wife, and a covenant, hey, Shell, that you made to God. So while we sitting up here tripping, and we only when our marriage benefit us, or when we see our spouse do something amazing, they get recognized, then that's when you want to claim your husband or wife. But any other time, you walking around with that little sun mark because you done took your ring off and just threw it in the glove compartment, or you done threw it in the middle console. Really? So, you get nothing out this video today. Ask yourself, how important is it to you to wear your wedding ring? That's number one. Number two, did you not make a covenant to God when it comes to your marriage? Hey, Mary, when it comes to your marriage, did you not make a covenant to God and your spouse? Number three, why you only, when the marriage is beneficial, then that's when you rah about your marriage and showing off your spouse, your husband or your wife. But then any other time when they not in your presence, you ain't got the wedding ring on and you want to try to act like you single. Okay, so I don't promote violence. However, like I done shared with y'all before, and I laughed with my husband about it. Boy, you got me this ring, you got me. So a joker can see across the room that I'm married and they won't be trying to approach me. And my husband started laughing. He like, no, that ain't why I got it. But see, I can't stand for somebody to try to step to me when, number one, you know that I'm married. Don't do that. Who in Central Texas and around the world don't know that I'm married? I'm married to the king. So don't step to me, number one, when you know that I'm married. And definitely if I was a single woman, and see, let me talk to my single women and my single men. There are some sense of accountability. Don't sit up here and take it in because they're selling you these lies and you hide in the pants and you ain't had a whole man or a whole woman in a long time because you've been trying to hold out for who the Lord got for you. Like that meme say, bruh, sis, somebody else's spouse is not who God have for you. That ain't of God. That is straight Lucifer, Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call them. So don't even entertain it. See, back in the day, there was some accountability and some respect. When a married individual step to you, then you would say, you married, kick rocks, get out my face. But see, a lot of people ain't doing that now. They say, oh, she don't treat you right. Oh, she don't cook for you no more. Oh, he don't treat you right. He won't make sure that oil is changed and your gas tank is filled up. Oh, okay, come on over here. I got something for you. Bruh and sis, you trifling. We need to get back. And yeah, they trifling too. I know y'all like, but they trifling too. They are trifling. They are. But where's the accountability? Because guess what? If it was your husband or your wife, you would want somebody to tell them to fall back. Because I know when people used to try to holler at me, because now, baby, I get that look. Like, don't you even come and step my way because, you know, the old shan be right here on my shoulder, like, get to swinging. Don't disrespect. Because guess what? My marriage is so important to me. When you're disrespecting my husband, you are also disrespecting my God in heaven. And that's why I get so upset. But see, when we get angry, when it comes to our marriage and we act like we don't want to be married anymore, we act like we want to be single, what we have to understand is God goes out the window and self comes in. So why is it so easy for you to turn your back on the vow that you made before God? Why is it so easy for you to be out here in these streets acting like you single? For those who are my age, when are you going to grow up? I mean, okay, you got little 17, 18, 19-year-old youngs. They just not get married. Baby, when you going to grow up? Because when you a whole grown man and a whole grown woman, hey, Bobby, how you doing, sis? When you a whole grown man and a whole grown woman, you ain't got time to be doing this, baby. You too old. Get somewhere and sit down. So ain't nobody got time in your 40s to be keeping up with lies. Slap that ring on your finger and go ahead and honor that commitment that you made to God. Go ahead and honor that covenant that you made to God and your husband and your wife. Hey, Stavette, how you doing, sis? Baby, girl, you ain't lying, sis. Girl, I'm going to go back and read that. Go ahead and honor that commitment, okay? So I'm just asking today, what's up with that ring? You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one I ask folks. I mean, what they going to do, fight me? So I won't do nothing but pray for them. Thank God that I've been delivered from the old shame, even though that helpful be trying to come out every now and then. So I hope, even though I be, clowning sometime, I really hope that the things that was said on today is just to make the husband and the wife think. You know what I'm saying? How committed are you to the covenant that you had before God? And when you get upset, do you ever look down at your wedding ring and say, you know what, God, I got to keep going. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to allow the devil to have my marriage. Hey, Charles, how are you? Thank you, sir. God bless you. I'm not going to have the devil. He ain't going to have my marriage. I done fought too hard, baby. When you done got over a certain hump, you not trying to go back and continue to go over the same things you've been through. You heard me? 20 years in the game. Some of y'all got longer than what me and my husband have. We not trying to go back. So you may say that the wedding ring is not important to you, but is it important to your husband or your wife? You know what I'm saying? Do they like to see? Because see, you got to understand, when they was on that altar, they put that ring on your finger and they gave their whole heart to you on that day. Or at least I'm praying they did. Some of y'all did. Y'all got married for trifling reasons, but that ain't what we talking about on today. Hey, Alex, they committed their love to you and to God in that covenant. So, well, I don't like wearing my ring. Okay, but your spouse like you wearing it. Do you love them? I'm just saying, is it about you and your marriage? Is it about that commitment and that sacrifice, or is it about self? So y'all have a blessed day. We're not having our radio show, Marriage Mondays with the Kings, on tonight. We will be back with you all next Monday. So don't, I don't know what the owners of the station is gonna play. They might play a rerun, I don't know. But y'all have a blessed day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. I hope and pray that this just made you think, because that's all. I ain't trying to get in nobody's business. I just want to make you think. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have a blessed Monday. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Be a blessing to somebody today and not a curse. Share this because it's free. And oh yeah, your girl Shannon gonna be back with you on tomorrow with whatever God placed in my heart. Y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna be obedient. So y'all have a blessed day and blessings to you.